all kicked out my little sister out of my home because she's been trying to seduce my husband. Hello Reddit, talkative here. My sister just started college in the city where my husband and I live. There's a serious housing shortage here, so she moved in with us. We live in a 4-bedroom apartment and it seemed like the perfect solution. She moved in last week in November and at first everything was great. Then I started noticing some weird things. She's very affectionate with my husband, making him sandwiches and coffee when he works from home. She doesn't use the shower in her room because it's too small. Instead, she uses the bigger one in the hall so she can walk around in a towel, sometimes going into the kitchen to make tea when my husband is tidying up after dinner. She stands there in the towel chit-chatting. It's so weird and perverted. I mean, she's my baby sister. I thought maybe I was overreacting because I seemed to be the only one noticing anything weird. I spoke to my mom about it, but she said it was in my head because my husband loves me and my sister loves me. She said I was just feeling insecure because I'm pregnant and have gained weight. I'm having a difficult pregnancy, so yesterday I took a day off and stayed in bed. My husband was working from home. My sister didn't know I was home. She came home from the gym and bought lunch with her. She called for my husband to join her, and I heard her loudly saying, "I bet you wish you had a wife who took care of you like this." I went to the kitchen and she was in her sports bra and very small tight shorts. She was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were here," and took her lunch and went to her room. I don't know what to do about this situation. I mentioned her walking around in a towel once, but she laughed it off, saying I was imagining things because I'm insecure. If I kicked her out, she couldn't continue her studies this year because my parents live 5 hours away. I'm not worried about my husband, but what she's doing is disrespectful. To continue this for 1, maybe 2 years is exhausting. What is wrong with her? She used to be my baby girl. Since my mother and sister dismissed me, I talked to my husband. Thank you for suggesting that. He told me he has noticed my sister acting weird around him. He was uncomfortable talking to me about it since it was my idea for her to live with us. I might think he's making things up to kick my sister out. He said the days he's been working from home, she's been almost always home, walking around in her underwear or tiny gym wear. He asked her to put on more clothes several times, and she laughed, asking if he's not used to being around confident women. She also always talked me down in front of him, commenting on my bad posture, old age, or, "I wonder if she will be able to lose her baby weight." I was appalled. What is wrong with my sister? I never had problems with her, and I always took care of her growing up. I decided she must leave. I have been trying to find a place for her in the city. One of my colleagues' grandmothers rents rooms for students. She lives near campus, so it would be perfect for her. I didn't want to break the news to her myself because I knew what she would say, that I am so jealous and threatened by her, so I asked my husband to talk to her. Apparently she broke down crying, asking him if I put him up to this. He told her that this was his apartment as much as it is mine, and he's not comfortable having her around. He told her about the new arrangement we've made, but if she didn't like it, she was welcome to find a place on her own or move back home. She's getting until the end of the month. Today, she was so angry with me. She told me that if my husband really loved me, I wouldn't have felt so threatened by her. She was also mad because now she'll have to pay rent and live in a smaller room. I don't know. I feel sorry for her, but I'm honestly shocked at how callous she is. When did this happen? Only yesterday, she was my baby who waited for me to come home on holidays to try my new clothes and makeup. Now she's shut in her room, only speaking to me to call me pathetic and insecure. I'm so miserable right now.